Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how can we create a pivot table and how we can analyze the data by using pivot table. So what exactly a pivot table is? Pivot table is basically a tool that is used in Microsoft Excel to calculate, summarize and analyze your data. So you can see the comparisons, you can see the patterns, you can see the trends. You can also create various charts or graphical representations on the basis of pivot table. Simple options you can simply create in the insert menu and you can click on pivot table to create it. We also have an option, then it will ask the area to select. If you have already selected that location, then it will take the same selected range. Also, it gives you an option to create a new worksheet and put the table over there, or you want to use in the existing worksheet. So let's see how it's going to work. Okay, so what you can see it here, I have an data. This is a little bit complicated data or multi-columns data, and we also have a sample of a small data here. So I have selected this, and if I click on this and click on insert, you can see the pivot table. The recommended pivots option is there. You can click on pivot. It will ask or shows the selected range which I have already selected. You want it asking me to put it in a new worksheet or the existing one. In the existing one, I can choose the location where I want to put, or I can take a new one here. Just let me quickly. Okay, so this is the raw or a blank table is created. When I clicked on these boxes, so what it will do, it will show me a summarize, showing a summarize status of my table. You can see it here. It's taken it as a sum of unit souls, whatever it's here, and then so it's just as a precise data. Now, if I go, but it was a simple data, so it was not much complicated, and you can see the summaries there. But if I go back in this complicated data sheet, that is this one, and if I select this data range, go to insert, and I clicked on pivot. Range is selected. I'm clicking a new sheet and clicked OK. Now what will happen when I select the segments? See, the segments are there. When I select the unit souls, you can see the unit souls are added. Now if I add the country wise, so you can see now the countries are bifurcated, and so the data which I can see it here, this one, sorry, this one, and now it's in the summarize formed here. If I put the gross sale option also here, you can see now it's added because it's in each column, the value is there. So if I want to extend the width, I can extend it in this form. So now you can see the data is categorized in all the different categories. I can get the sum of those. If I want to put some other formula, I can check it out from here. So it would be available in the different formulas or the calculation. If I want to, I can add or remove fields from here. I can add the filters. Row and column wise, I can transfer the segment as per requirement. But you can see the beauty of this, how it's extending and summarizing my data. You can see this is what. If suppose I want to remove it, any of the field, for example, I want to remove the segment. Now the data is categorized in my country wise. If I put the segment and remove the country, data will be categorized in the form of segments. If I remove the unit souls, it will summarize the data with the gross sales only. If I add it, it would be added here. So this is how it can be calculated. The another option is that if I select this data and I go into insert menu, I will be getting an option here, the pie chart. You can create a pie chart along with the pie table. So pivot chart and sorry, not the pie chart, it's pivot chart and the pivot table. So once you click on this pivot chart and pivot table and click on this, going to add it. Now what is done? It's added a chart along with table. So it's created both of them together. Now if I go in this complicated one, click on insert and I clicked on pivot chart and table. So see what exactly I'll be getting. Now if I add these two, obviously no data is there, so no unit sale. But if I add this, and let me quickly remove one section to keep your summarized view more efficient in the chart. And if I add the gross sales, you can see now it's added. And if I add the country also, it will be added and it will be summarized. If I need to just little bit expand this chart. So now you can see the chart is there along with channel and then Canada and Germany. It's bifurcated. It's just like this. Then Canada in the enterprise we only have only one country. If I go in the government, you can see Canada, France, and Germany. It's bifurcated and these three sections. If I remove the gross sales from here, you can see the only unit sold will be there. If I remove this, the another one only unit sold will be there. So this is how the values are getting displayed. If I want to add some customization in my chart, we can also do it like the pivot chart, chart options. Options will be available here. You can change some layout, format, structure and all. Here is the style and if the color encoding, if you want to change it, you can also change it from here. You can add data labels or anything, whatever you want. Like I want to add the data label, so that would be possible here. It is little bit like we have a large values, so you can see so like this. So the options are available, whatever you want you can customize your chart. It's the same as if you may refer my previous video about the charting and charts etc. So from there you can take it out how we can create a chart. So this is how we can summarize the data in pivot tables along with pivot chart. If you want to create the only table, you can keep it only pivot table itself. It's not always required to use the chart option. If you want to use the chart, you can go in the insert, use pivot chart along with pivot table. And if you want to keep the only table, then you can just take it this option. So guys, that's all about this pivot chart and pivot table. You can add number of columns, you can customize it as per your requirement. If you have any query, you can just put the queries in the comment box and I will try to revert on that. You can also view my entire series of this Excel Beginners to Professional. The entire playlist is link description is also mentioned in my description box, as well as the previous video link is also mentioned, so you can watch it from there if you want to watch this entire series or the previous video. That's all about this video. Thank you so much.